Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back for my week 11 team preparation video for the UCL. I am PokeaimMD, coach of the Bronx Beartics, and this week we are taking on GameboyLuke and the Bristol City Blazikens. Now, Luke definitely has a very threatening team, but I've created this team with my boys CBB and my girl Blue. And well, she's not my girl, but you know, I say my boy CVP, so I say my girl Blue. But in any case, we've created this team of 6 that should do well versus any combination of 6 that Luke wants to bring. Now, I actually changed it up a bit. Usually I run balance in this league. I feel like I brought more bulky offense or more of an offensive team this week, just because a lot of my Pokemon can overpower his. He definitely has some threats, but I really feel that a lot of what I have can overpower his. So let's actually get into what I've brought this week. I'm just trying to edit this. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. Nothing's. If it bothers you, well, that's not being bothered so easily. But in any case, let me just put his team right here. That way you guys can see. Anyway, so the first Pokemon that I decided to bring this week was Tornadus. Now, Tornadus can outspeed all of his team, bar anything actually. The only Pokemon that he has that can potentially outspeed my Tornadus would be Choice Scarf Pokemon. It outspeeds Ambipom, it outspeeds Azelf, his fastest Pokemon. Though I do kind of expect him to bring Pokemon that he's known to bring, such as Scarf Thundurus and Pokemon like that. However, I feel like Tornadus is just a good Pokemon in general just because of its move pull. I've actually changed it up a bit. This is the first time I've run a non-Assault Vest Tornadus in the entire league. Now, we're actually running an Expert Belt set, which boosts my special attacks that are super effective against my opponent's Pokemon. Meaning that Heat Wave has a boosted power versus Pokemon like Tangela, Pokemon like Rotom Frost, Pokemon like Mega Scizor, and Icy Wind is powered up even more versus Pokemon like Dragonite, Thundurus T. Just explain it for those of you that might not know what the E-Belt does. And of course, Grass Knot helps me hit Suicune. Now, I'm actually running max special attack, enough speed to outspeed Ambipom as well as Azelf by 1 point. And the rest dumped into HP. It honestly doesn't matter if I go an even or odd number on Tornadus, just because typically with Pokemon Week 2 Stealth Rock, you do try and go with an odd number. That way you can switch into Stealth Rock multiple times. But because Tornadus does have Regenerator, the 25% doesn't make a difference because it's recovering over 30% per turn when it comes back in. But in any case, I ran Taunt because it actually helps us prevent a lot, like a Shell Smash from Caracosta, assuming he's like Focus Sash or Sturdy or something like that, or even a Dragon Dance from Dragonite, an SD from Scizor, and then I can proceed to go for Heat Wave. And obviously, some of those attacks I might not go for. Maybe I'll go for Heat Wave, maybe I'll go for Grass Knot, maybe I'll go for Icy Wind. But of course, Heat Wave and Icy Wind both do have chances to lose. And if I can find a way to win where I can go with inaccurate moves, or when I can go with the accurate move, that way I don't have to go with inaccurate moves. That's a better way to say it, I suppose. I'll go for that. So that's why I brought Tornadus. It's actually a 2-hit KO on Suicune with the Grass Knot. Heat Wave is basically a 2-hit KO on Azelf as well as Ambipom, and then Taunt just shuts down a lot of his team. This can hit his Rotom Frost super effectively, his Tangela, his Caracosta. Of course, I don't have a stab flying type attack. That's just because Air Slash is so weak, and I really didn't want to risk missing Hurricane this week. Though it's just a good move in general. Icy Wind is really nice because it actually 2-hit KOs Thundurus upon switching. So if he brings it in, he really likes to run Scarf Thundurus from what I've seen. If he brings it in, I can go for Icy Wind, and then I can outspeed it because of the drop from his speed, and then just knock him out with the next one. So definitely want to bring Tornadus. I feel like it's just a solid Pokemon in general versus his team. Maybe I'll miss the Assault Vest, who knows. Next Pokemon I wanted to bring was Weavile or Zeph. I haven't nicknamed them. I can probably do that right now. Might as well, because we're going over it. So you guys know I like to nickname my Mons, or I have a, specific, I have a bond with my Pokemon. But one sec. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, Weavile is the next Pokemon that I'm bringing this week. Now, I'm actually running a Jolly Weavile with enough speed. Again, same benchmark as Tornadus. I have 1 point higher than Azelf as well as Ambipom. I'm running Knockoff, Ice Crash, and Ice Shard. I feel like that's all I need. Ice Shard is a good way of doing a ton of damage. It actually kills Thundurus easily after Stealth Rock. So if he has Scarf, I don't have to worry about that. Ice Shard also picks off Pokemon like Scarf Azelf. It can, let's say he has a sturdy Caracosta and he Shell Smashes up on my Grass Knot or something like that, and he's at 1 HP. 1 Weavile outspeeds plus 2 Caracosta. or it should be able to. I'm pretty sure. I think Caracost only hits like what, 343 speed plus 2. We're gonna check that right now. We're gonna check that because I don't want to talk, and plus I don't want to lie, and plus it's good for me if I know. Yeah, it's base 32. What the hell? This thing ain't outspeeding crap. So in any case, as you can see, plus 2. Yeah, I easily outspeed that. This is 84, so pretty sure my math is right. Okay, so knowing that it's actually 84, what I'm gonna do is actually change the speed just a little bit on my Weavile. That way I am a little bit faster. I'm faster by 1 point. I see no point not to, as I get some benefits from this, obviously. So, some nice changing on screen. There you go. Some nice complicated EVs, but it allows me to outspeed the majority of his team. And just gonna paste this to my solver, but on my Pokegener, Siggy. Shout outs to him, by the way. This allows me to outspeed the majority of his team. I have Protect because he really loves Ambipom, and Ambipom loves to go for Fake Out. Honestly, Protect is just nice for scouting versus Scarfers versus just any mons that I've confirmed that are choice in general. I won't go for Protect if an opportunity happens where he has to like, if he has a chance to set up and I can lose, I won't go for Protect in that case. But Weavile's really nice versus him because it OHKOs Dragonite through multi-scale with Icicle Crash. The Weavile I want, actually. Sorry, just PMing Siggy, telling him that I changed my Weavile. And yeah, Protect is really nice because a nice knockoff does like 88% min to Ambipom, something like around those lines. So after Stealth Rock, I knock it off. Icicle Crash is just powerful for Rose Raid, for Tangela if he wants to bring that. It also hits Pokemon like Azelf and Hitmontop for at least like 37% ish, which isn't bad considering Hitmontop lacks recovery bar like Rest. So it's pretty nice versus him. Knockoff is just great in general versus him since none of his Pokemon want to lose an item, and that's why I really wanted to bring Weavile in this game. Now the next Pokemon we have is Mega Ampharos Fabio. I feel like Mega Ampharos is like so good in this game just because he does not have a ground type. So I can click Thunderbolt as much as I want. Because of Mold Breaker, his Volt Absorb from his Thunderous T is cancelled out, so I'm going to be able to hit him with Thunderbolts. He doesn't have a good Dragon Resist or a Dragon Resist in general on his team, bar Mega Scizor, and Mega Scizor takes a hell of a lot from Thunderbolt from this thing. This thing is stronger than Latios without any special attack investment. So you best believe Thunderbolt is going to do a nice amount, especially because it's stab. I ran Rest Sleep Talk because it lets me repeatedly switch into Pokemon like Typhlosion. It lets me not worry about Scald Burns from Suicune. It lets me switch in to Suicune to Rose Raid for Sleep Talk and stuff like that. In general, like most Pokemon like that, it lets me also absorb Sleep Powder from Tangela, and the EVs I have are enough Spadef, that way I'm not 2-hit KO'd after Stealth Rock, after from a modest Thunderous T's HP Ice. So I went for modest. 180 special attack allows me to do 75% minimum to Thunderous T with Thunderbolt, meaning if Stealth Rock are up, Thunderous T will die. And I just blah blah blah. I just opt to maximize my HP for, the most bulk I can get. I feel like Rest Talk Fabio will be really good in this game. I don't usually run Rest Talk offensive. I usually have run in this league Rest Talk defensive, but I think switching it up for this battle would be nice. With Mold Breaker, Fabio doesn't care about multi-scale. Fabio doesn't care about Volt Absorb. Fabio doesn't care about Sturdy. Fabio doesn't care about any one of those abilities. So I think Fabio is going to be a great mon in this game. He does not appreciate switching into any of it. Now the next Pokemon we have, me, aim my why is it give me PokeAim? Hello. Anyway, the next Pokemon we have is Rhydon. Now I wanted Rhydon. I wanted a physically defensive max Rhydon because Dragonite could be a huge issue to me, and max HP, max defense Eviolite takes, it doesn't die to +2 Dragonite, it doesn't die to +3 Dragonite, not from full. And the reason I said +3 Dragonite is because if he has weakness policy and I have to get off like an Ice Shard or something after he Dragonite's up, I don't know. I just don't want to activate that just in case, so obviously I want that extra bulk. I have Avalanche because it OHKOs Dragonite if it does attack me, and I have Stealth Rock as well. And Fire Punch, that way Mega Scizor cannot set up on me, and then I opted for Earthquake as the final attack. That way I can hit Hitmontop, I can hit Tangela, I can hit Caracosta, and do a decent amount of damage to Scizor as well as Suicune. Not too much if he does run Crocoon. Crocoon could be an issue, but obviously the rest of my members all have some sort of way to deal with Suicune, which is a big threat. Also one of my favorite Pokemon, I just want to say. And I do apologize if you hear anything from downstairs because people have come home. I don't know if you hear it because I know my mic picks up my voice, but I hear it very clearly, so just in case. And some people say, oh, you don't have to apologize. Well, I want to apologize. It's the type of person I am. Anyway, I don't feel bad, but I apologize because you guys are here to hear the Pokemon stuff, not people laughing at the little joke I made downstairs. I should probably share it. It's actually really funny, in my opinion, and in their opinion too. But in any case, you guys see how easily I get distracted. In any case, I feel like Rhydon is nice because it blocks Volt Switches. It gives me, it stops Dragonite. It gives me an Ambipom technically check. Though Ambipom could be an issue, a lot of my Pokemon do outspeed him and don't take too much from Ambipom in general. And again, it's just really there for Dragonite. Dragonite can really be an issue if it does set up, and I really wanted to bring Rhydon just because it can deal with that. So the next Pokemon we have is the captain of the Bronx Beartics. We have Menifee. Now, Menifee, this time is running a full offensive Tail Glow Energy Ball Ice Beam Scald set. I am running Scald just in case I get frozen. The reason I ran Surf in the last battle versus Age Drive is because +3 Surf KOs Mega Metagross while +3 Scald doesn't. But in this battle, I see no reason not to run Scald. I have enough speed for Timid Roserade, so I outspeed Timid Roserade by 1 point. I have max HP, and then 76 special attack allows me to KO Dragonite through multi-scale at +3, KO max HP Roserade at +3, do a hell of a lot to Suicune, as well as even if it combines up and I have +3, I can still 2 a KO after that, and it just lets me have bulk, which helps me a lot versus Pokemon like Caracosta, which can be troublesome, and also gives me that extra bulk for Typhlosion, which I do not outspeed if he's running Timid, but I have a few checks to Typhlosion anyway. And it also just allows me to just take hits in general from any. I also outspeed Timid Rotom Frost with this set easily, and +3 Scald would do a hell of a lot, KOs it with Stealth Rock if I am not mistaken. And I wanted to bring Menifee simply because it gives me that nice Suicune check. It's pretty bulky, so it won't die to Dragonite either. And it's just nice because if I go for Icy Wind with Torn and I lower Dragonite speed, even if Dragonite does have a weakness policy, +3 extreme speed, no way in hell it's knocking out Menifee at all. And even with a crit, with this spread. And obviously I have Ice Beam for Dragonite, Scald just because it's stab and it hits Azelf, it hits Ambipom. Burns are nice for Mega Scizor. I do a lot to Mega Scizor at +3 even without much special attack, and this just allows me to deal with Caracosta, which could be an issue if it does Shell Smash up, which it can't really do for free versus any of my members bar Weavile, especially because it won't appreciate any one of my members' attacks, which is what I mean that I can't do that for free. But Menifee can Revenge Kill. And the next Pokemon on my team we have is my Hard Body. I'm Hard Body. You are just Reuniclus. But I decided to bring Recover Thunder Waving Psychic HP Fire Reuniclus. Now the HP and the Spadef investment means that I'm not 2 KO'd by a Timid Rotom Frost Blizzard. And I wanted Thunder Wave. Originally I was thinking about Trick Room, but I wanted Thunder Wave because it just slows down his team. His main switches to this thing would be like what? Mega Scizor, Azelf, things like that. And while I can't really touch Azelf, I OHKO Mega Scizor with the Life Orb HP Fire no matter what. Psychic does a lot. It can actually 2 KO Azelf without rocks, and 100% 2 KOs Azelf with rocks. Psychic will hurt Dragonite hella hard, and that's why we opted for max special attack, just because it hits his team extremely hard. Yes, HP Fire is only for Scizor, but Scizor can be an issue, so I want to get rid of it. Mega Scizor is actually a pretty big issue, which is why the majority of my team is made that way it cannot set up on any of it bar Weavile. And I wanted Grass Knot originally. We were talking about Grass Knot for Suicune because it does 2 KO it so easily. But with Fabio, with Taunt on Tornadus as well as Grass Knot, and with Menifee being able to easily take on Suicune no matter what, just because of the bulk, it also outspeeds any variant of Suicune, bar like a Scarf Suicune, which would be weird. It just deals with it, and running Recover plus Thunder Wave is nice because it allows me to take hits and repeatedly switch into Pokemon like Hitmontop, which lack knockoff. It lets me Thunder Wave, Dragon Dance, Dragonite, just in case, you know, it tries to boost and doesn't have Lumberry. And also, it just hits hard as hell with the Life Orb Psychic, as well as the Life Orb HP Fire. I do outspeed Scizor after hitting it with Thunder Wave. So, definitely, I feel like I brought, a solid choice of offense this time. I could have brought Pokemon like Amoonguss, I feel. Maybe Cobalion to help deal with Scizor. Maybe like a Scarf Cobalion with Stone Edge, HP Fire, things like that. But I really wanted to bring offense this time and see how I do with it. So I'm looking forward to a good game, Luke. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like if you did. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Of course, there is the playlist to everything Bronx Beartic related, everything UCL related that I've done so far, which will be down below in the description if you guys want to check that out. And yeah, until next time, guys, later.